All right. This is pretty breaking news. I'm doing this live, so if I stutter, I apologize. I wasn't going to do another video tonight, but we are live. Travis King, the U.S. soldier who defected into North Korea. North Korea finally acknowledges that Travis King is in their custody after about 4 weeks. Here's Travis King right here. Again, I'm doing this live, and just so everyone knows, I will be posting this video as soon as the live stream is done. So make sure you guys leave your comments, opinions down below after I post the live. And yes, shout out to all you guys. So here's what's going on. We finally have some confirmation as to what the heck Travis King was thinking. And so I'm going to go ahead and play this clip for you guys. And hopefully it doesn't lag or anything. But we will get into everything that's happening. Apparently, Travis King wanted to escape racism, but he ran into North Korea.
Now with more, as with any statement from North Korea, Matt, you got to take it with somewhat of a grain of salt. But it is significant now that they are acknowledging, yes, Travis King is in their country.
Yeah, I mean, this was, for the past 4 weeks, ever since Travis King shocked the world when he darted across the border, this was always the big missing piece, because we heard from witnesses that Travis King went across the border. We knew exactly when it happened. The South Koreans talked about it. The United Nations talked about it. We were always waiting for this. And now finally we heard something. And it's interesting because it doesn't sound like much, but there are some tidbits that really stuck out. Just the fact that he thinks that he says he wants to seek refuge in North Korea or a third country. That means that it sounds like he could be cooperating. He says that he harbors ill feelings towards the military about racial discrimination and
Okay, so right here is the important part. This is what Travis King is saying again. I'm going to play this again for you guys. I keep saying the word again. Guys, what you need to understand, this is what North Korea is saying on behalf of Travis King. And so we do have to take this with a grain of salt. But I'm going to replay this again for you guys and listen to what Travis King is saying. And I apologize if the stream is lagging. I did this real quick last second, but I will be posting this just so you can go back and watch it. So let's listen to what Travis King said, allegedly.
In North Korea or a third country. That means that it sounds like he could be cooperating. He says that he harbors ill feelings towards the military about racial discrimination and mistreatment, inhuman maltreatment.
Okay, so you heard that. Apparently, Travis King, again, North Korea, what they're saying Travis King is saying, Travis is saying malnourished soldiers. Travis King is saying mistreatment. They're using the word racism. And so this is a very odd thing to all of a sudden proclaim or to at least project. And like this broadcaster is saying, that means either Travis King is 100% cooperating with North Korea or North Korea is just coming up with some hogwash.
So this is the kind of thing, and when I've been talking with North Korea experts, they say this could be something that the North Koreans could exploit for propaganda value. And that's not good for Travis King, because that means they could want him to stay. And they could want to try to use him and trot him out on state television to try to turn their public even more against the states.
And again, this has been the number one thing that everyone was saying due to somebody named Joseph Droznik, who fled into North Korea for nearly the same exact thing, where you had this private who was about to be facing court-martial. He then decides, you know what, I'm just going to run into North Korea because I hate my country. And then he was paraded around and marched around within North Korea as the bad guy, but also the superhero, if you will, because again, he was in movies, this Joseph Droznik. But Travis King, again, we are so new to the party here. It's only been 4 weeks, but nonetheless, the fact that allegedly Travis King is saying that the army is racist, we are not well fed. One thing is for sure, U.S. Army soldiers are very well fed. In fact, and I didn't even plan for this, I literally have an MRE right here, and I'm not even in the Army anymore. I didn't even plan for that. Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Allie.
Matt, Bradley, thank you very much for bringing us those new developments here.
Okay, that's pretty much it. So, okay, we do have what the North Korean state television actually said. Let me move Make sure you guys can see this. The official state-run news agency of North Korea said Wednesday, Pyongyang time, that Travis King, a U.S. Army private, crossed over into the country because he harbored ill feeling against inhumane maltreatment and racial discrimination with the U.S. Army, and that he was delusioned the unequal American society. He was delusion at the unequal American society. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say this now, and I'm not hating on Travis King. Look, I was a combat engineer. I worked with Army infantry. This kid is a Cav Scout. I don't think anyone ever in the 3 years that I was active duty has ever used the word disillusioned. I'm just throwing that out there. Y'all can be like, I'm being mean. Anyone who's ever worked in a combat MOS or combat arms has never used the word disillusion. If anything, they used way more colorful language. Maybe they said, this stinks, this is crap, I hate my job, but no one in the history of the U.S. Army has ever said disillusion, especially at a low rank like that. I'm just throwing that out there, okay? We have to... We're not going to play the politically correct card. We need to make sure we're actually seeing this for what it really is. All right. And I am going to use my experience as a trump card to North Korea using the word disillusion. No one uses that word. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say that. And if you guys are just joining, I will be posting the stream here shortly. So make sure you guys do leave your comments and opinions when I post a stream. I love reading all your guys' comments. We also say the Korean Central News Agency said King, a 2020 graduate of Park High School, admitted he illegally intruded into the country and wishes to seek refuge in North Korea or a third country. Whatever that third country may be, I have no idea, but North Korea is saying, I see somebody right there saying he's never said the word disillusion. I'm sorry, I'm just saying that. And so that's an interesting piece that North Korea is saying Travis might be wanting to go to a third country. I don't know what that third country is going to be. I'm not even about to pretend and act like I'm an expert. If I had to take a guess, that third country may be China? I don't even know. I don't know. King, 23, became the first American held in North Korea in nearly 5 years when he bolted across the border on the DMZ on July 18th, a day before the U.S. Army private was supposed to travel to a base in the U.S. Again, so that's currently what's going on, guys. North Korea, they finally say, we have King. Now, the Pentagon hasn't really come out and said anything. I think the Pentagon is trying to figure out what the heck to do and what the heck to say, because this is a very complex situation for Mr. King. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that the U.S. Army is a perfect organization. Every organization out there has its flaws. And if King did experience racism, maybe he did experience racism. I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't, because I do have friends who have experienced it. But 100% he did not face, what's the word they used? He was eaten. You eat when you're in the military, right? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think we'll be seeing Travis King, if I'm going to be honest with you. Unless he can get to that third country they're talking about, whatever that third country is, who knows? Malnourishment. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to read the comments. The word is malnourishment. You're not malnourished in the military. I don't care what you say. You are always fed no matter what. It's the obligation of the U.S. military to make sure you can eat. And let me tell you something. Sometimes you eat at 3 in the morning and it tastes like cat food. Sometimes you eat at 7 p.m. and it tastes like a steak, but you eating. The only thing I can somewhat maybe believe is that North Korea, like the racism thing, maybe. Other than that, everything else, hogwash. Yeah. So, yeah, and I see a lot of comments saying, well, North Korea is definitely going to be more racist to Travis King. That's a whole nother video and a whole nother geopolitical issue where North Korea believes they are the superior, the best people. No one else matters, so we can deep dive into that for another video. But again, I'll leave my final thoughts here, and then when I post this live stream, you guys leave your thoughts. I don't think we'll be seeing Travis King. I do think they are going to use him as a propaganda tool. I do think they're probably going to try and use them as almost like a museum piece like they do with other U.S. military equipment. North Korea, if you guys go ahead and do a deep dive, they do have like museums and like artifacts from the Korean War of U.S. Army like helmets and weapons, and they call them almost like relics. I mean, there's even a U.S. Navy ship on display in North Korea that North Korea highly regards and says, look, we've defeated the enemy. So now to have a living U.S. Army soldier, and it looks like North Korea has the tonality of like, we are sticking up for this guy. Look how bad the United States is. We're going to stick up for you. Again, you have to take everything with a grain of salt when it comes out of North Korea. And I'm pretty sure you guys are all smart enough to understand that point of view. So that is what's happening with Travis King. It's very unfortunate. I'm sure his family hates this. And definitely the U.S. military hates this. One thing's for sure, though. I want to mention this. He is not a POW. Prisoner of war. I made a video, a live stream a couple of days ago. Travis King will not be getting that POW status 100%. Nonetheless, that does not mean the U.S. military does not want their assets back. They're going to try getting Travis King back in case Travis King maybe spills the beans or Travis King is used as a propaganda tool or prop. And for anybody who is just joining the live stream, I am about to post this and you can go and rewatch exactly what's happening to Travis King. So, thank you guys for being here. I'm about to post this. I'd love to see you guys in the comments so I can react to all of you, talk to all of you. And when more information comes on in, I'm going to keep reporting on this because I think this is a very special story and point in history, and we can all learn from this. But nonetheless, Travis King is probably in a very bad mental state to run away into North Korea. So there is that aspect where you almost feel like, why would you do that, bro? So, okay. I love all you guys. I'm going to get off of this. Again, this was a last-second live stream. I do this because I love all of you, and I will keep you guys all up to date. I'm going to post this. Leave your comments and opinions, and we will see you all later. Much love, everybody.